Hey, it's Amy and welcome to Become Your Own Favorite Chef. Today I'm going to teach you a very simple, decadent dessert called Dulce de Leche. Actually, let's talk about what that means first. Dulce de Leche is Spanish for like milk candy or candy of milk, and it's like a caramel, but it's not like an American caramel that we're used to. It's much smoother, a little less sticky, and it tastes slightly like sweetened condensed milk. It makes sense because that's what it's made out of. I actually teach my Spanish students every year how to make this, and we usually make little dulce de leche pies or something fun. And I think it's high time I make a video so that my students can remake this at home for their family. So primarily, this is for you guys. Hola, bienvenidos a mi casa y vamos a cocinar. Now there are a few different recipes out there, but the way I'm going to show you today is absolutely the simplest and it's foolproof. All you need is a big pasta pot and a can of sweetened condensed milk. I actually wanted to experiment with you guys. I've always used regular sweetened condensed milk, but they have fat-free sweetened condensed milk, but I've never tried to make dulce de leche with it because I didn't want to ruin it. Well, I bought both. This time we're going to try the fattened sweetened condensed milk and the regular to see if there happens to be a difference, because if you can cut out the fat and it still is good, why not? So all we're going to do is I'm going to fill this pasta pot all the way with water. We're going to immerse these cans into the water and cook them for about an hour and 45 minutes. There are a couple tips I'll show you along the way, but that's it. So let's get started. We're going to put these unopened into the water. I've got my fat-free sweetened condensed milk. I'm going to go ahead and lay it flat. And then I got a dented can of the regular sweetened condensed milk, because usually when this boils the paper ends up coming off, and that way I'll still know the difference. Once I have my sweetened condensed milk in, we're turning this on high, and I'm going to set the timer for an hour and 45 minutes. Once this starts boiling, you're actually going to start cooking the sweetened condensed milk within the can, and it's a long, slow process, but it creates this amazing caramel that's completely unique and very different from what we're used to. The tricky part is, though, if you let this water boil and it gets low enough that the cans are past the surface, there's a high possibility that these cans can explode. They'll be so hot. So the rule is, check this every 15 to 20 minutes, and when the water starts to lower, add some more to it. It's been about 20-25 minutes, and if you look amongst all the steam, you can see the water has lowered about an inch. So just to be safe, I'm going to add another cup and a half. That boil will pick right back up, but I'm going to check it here about every 15-20 minutes, and I'm going to keep adding water so that the water level never goes below where the cans are. And I'm going to let these sit for at least 2 hours. I normally let these sit overnight, but they're going to continue to cook a little bit longer in this hot water, and we're not going to touch them until they're completely cool. Okay, I cooked our dulce de leche cans, or our sweetened condensed cans. I boiled them for an hour and 45 minutes, then I let them cool for 2 hours after that. Remember I told you that our paper would come off, but I dented one so that we could tell the difference? This one happens to be our plain sweetened condensed milk, the one with all the fat. So I'm going to go ahead and taste it. See if there's a difference between the fat-free and the regular. That's so good. Alright, here's the fat-free. It's actually darker. I hate to say it, but I'm not going to use the fat-free. It's not as good. So when you're making this, go all the way out, get the regular sweetened condensed. It tastes like dulce de leche is supposed to taste. It tastes sweet, not sticky, caramely, but not like the caramel we're used to. It's totally unique. You just have to try this. If you never had dulce de leche, it's totally exotic. It's just something very different. So you've got to try this. What you can do with this, you can see it's just a very thin, smooth type of caramel. It's perfect on ice cream, on cookies, on cakes, as fillers in pies. I've done so many things with dulce de leche, but my favorite thing and what I do with my students, and those of you students at home that I want you to do for your parents, I want you to get these little mini pies. You can get them at Walmart or Kroger, any grocery store. They're little miniature graham cracker pies. You can make your own, of course, but these are so cheap and easy. It's fantastic. A traditional recipe that's popular in Argentina, Brazil, and other South American countries is to take bananas. We're just going to fill this little pie up. I really don't like bananas. I don't ever eat just plain bananas. But, oh gosh, when they're in this pie, they're so good. So, I've got a few bananas here. Okay, just filled up my pie crust. I'm then going to take some miniature chocolate chips. These are semi-sweet. Sprinkle those on the top. This is really something I added. Traditionally, you don't add the chocolate, but it's better with the chocolate. Then you take your dulce de leche and you just drizzle it all over. And this dulce de leche is so smooth and creamy, it's going to fill in all the gaps between the chocolate chips and the banana. So put as much as you want, and I want a lot. Alright, once our dulce de leche is filled, I like to add a little whipped cream to the top, just a little decor. And you could dig in right now, but it's going to be so messy. The best thing to do is stick this in the fridge for 30 minutes or so. Let the dulce de leche harden just enough so that when you bite into it, it still holds its texture instead of just running all over the place. So, I'll be good. I'll put it in the fridge for a little bit and then we'll taste it in about 30 minutes. Alright, pie is set. Now most of my students normally, you guys just chomp on in. I'll try to be a little more refined and use a fork, but I want to show you what this looks like, and of course I want to taste it. It's a messy pie. Alright, look at that. Perfect layers of banana and dulce de leche and chocolate chips. There are no words. And this is so good. It's so stinking good. You have to make this. Students, make this for your families at home, please. They'll love you for it. And those of you that aren't in my class, make this. It's to die for. And it'll help you get a little cultured. So I hope you guys enjoy.